Hi guys, I'm Kate, and of course I run Not in Front of the Klingons, and I thought I would finally make that Q&A video that I promised I would make when I reached 800 followers, and I'm a bit past that now, so I thought it was about time I made one. So this video will be a mixture of the questions I got then and the questions I've received in the last week. So, just jump right into it. The first question is from What I Like About Q, and I'll put links to the blogs in the text box. What I Like About Q asked, what got you interested in Star Trek? Well, I'm a second generation Trekkie. My father used to watch Star Trek when I was a little girl, and I guess that's really where my interest started. It's that simple. I hadn't actually watched Star Trek for a while, and I went shopping at this place that we have called a warehouse, which I guess if you're in America is probably the same as Walmart, and they had First Contact on sale and some other old, Voyage Home and all that sort of mumbo jumbo, and so I brought First Contact and kind of rewatched it, and it really piqued my interest for the Next Generation again. It is the best thing in the world, and yeah, really, as evident by my blog and my t-shirt, and it's just a really big part of my life again. Second question from What I Like About Q is, could you explain the meaning behind a few of your tattoos? I don't actually think that tattoos need to have meaning, but some of mine do, so we'll just go from there. I have these chest birds that I got after my dad died, and really it's just sort of a little to honour my parents. I got, sorry, the sun has decided to attack me. I got this here, which is actually from a carving from a temple called, don't quote me on this, Bantasay in Cambodia. I did some aid work in Cambodia, and this is, actually one of the carvings from that we went to visit. It is the god of time, and really I just got it to remind myself that I need to stop taking things for granted. I'm quite lucky to have been born in the Western world, more specifically a first world, and to actually have like a stable kind of had to have a stable upbringing, and to actually be able to live in a house that has power and water and amenities, and have to remind myself to not take things for granted, because what I might see as small things are really actually quite big things for other people. And the third question from What I Like About Q is, what are some of your interests, not including Star Trek? I don't know why I find this to be such a hard question, but I do, and jump right into it. I'm a university student, so a lot of my interests really revolve around university. I'm quite interested in gender, and the way we kind of do gender and social construction, and how kind of views on gender change over time, and how these views kind of impact on the different genders. For example, like how women are getting more and more rights. We're not necessarily equal, but we're getting to achieve more as a gender. I'm quite interested in how that impacts the male's gender. Like because I'm always interested in kind of female inequality, but I'm also really interested in the male side of things as well. What else? I guess I just like the usual stuff. Music. Um, every New Zealander likes rugby. I used to cycle. I used to do mountain biking, but I hurt my knee in 2005, and it's just been a problem pretty much the rest of my life. And I had surgery about 13 weeks ago to try and remedy that, so maybe I'll get back into that. I don't know. I like other TV shows as well. I quite like Hannibal, but you can't be on Tumblr and not like Hannibal. Let's be honest. And it's a really good show. Really, I actually only watch that because I'm a huge big fan of the movies. Anthony Hopkins was fabulous in those films. Yes, and I like tattooing, but that's probably another one that's quite evident. Right, So the next question I got was from Hold My Beard. And Hold My Beard asks, you've awoken to find yourself embodied in the household appliance. Which one and why? I've been thinking about this one since I actually read this question, and the best I can think of is a coffee machine. And the reason I would want to be a coffee machine is because I really love coffee. Like, damn, coffee is good. And I mean, it can't be that bad to be covered in coffee all day. I mean, you're not really, actually, coffee machines don't really do that much. They just give you some hot water. Yeah, barista by trade. So really, it's the only kitchen appliance I'd really want to be. If you could eat one type of sandwich for the rest of your life, which would it be? This is also from Hold My Beard. Which, by the way, that URL is fantastic. I actually just laugh every time I see it and see the picture that goes along with it. Just props to you. Props to you. So if you could eat one type of sandwich for the rest of your life, which would it be? Now, I'm not a huge sandwich fan, so I'd probably pick something simple like a ham sandwich, or else I would go with the Elvis sandwich, which is, you know, the banana, bacon, and peanut butter. Like, I never tried it, but it sounds really good. Lastly, from Hold My Beard, you can meet any dead author and hang out for a day. Which one would it be and why? Now, I think I'd have to choose between 4. Edgar Allan Poe, H.G. Wells, H.P. Lovecraft, and Mary Shelley. Now, just that whole kind of weird fiction genre is really interesting, and I think it would be kind of cool just to kind of get into the minds of those people and kind of just, you know, see see how they lived versus, you know, what they wrote. Like, some of the stories, like even Frankenstein and the Island of Dr. Moreau, it's a story that could be written now and it's still very, like, reflecting of society now. I know Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein as kind of like a warning to science at the time, you know, watch what you're doing, but it's still so relevant today. And the Island of Dr. Moreau is, again, you know, it's kind of like human animal vivisection and like splicing parts together. I know we know that you can't take like a leg off a dog and put it on a human and that will be a human dog, but just the idea of kind of mixing human animal genes together is still quite prominent today. Yeah, so really, and of course Edgar Allan Poe for obvious reasons, just beautiful author. Now the last one I got that's not anonymous is, its the name's abbreviated, but I'm pretty sure it's meant to be continental breakfast. And if I'm wrong, you know where to find me. What's your favourite colour? Now, I actually find this to be a really hard question. I don't actually have a favourite colour. You know, I quite like gold, but I wouldn't say it's my favourite colour. And I really like nature, colours of nature, like the ocean, the blues and the blue in the sky. But then I wouldn't really say blue is my favourite colour, so we'll just go with gold. Now, I've got 2 anonymous questions. First anon question is just, I don't even know why I'm even going to add this into the video. It says, how are you so awesome? And I didn't really know I was awesome, but I guess there must be something awesome about me. I think what makes me awesome and what makes any person awesome is them being comfortable in themselves, because I think you need to live your life to make you happy and not follow trends and not follow how others think you should act. You know, definitely there's times when everybody needs to conform, but I think it's not necessarily about not conforming. You can follow the rules and still kind of be yourself. You know, it's about not getting caught up in the construction. I think it's about, you know, everyone does social construction every day. Everybody follows kind of the rules, but you know, you can make yourself aware of them. And just because everybody else is, I'm trying to think of what is a current trend in New Zealand society. I mean, okay, this is really one that's just really bumming. I don't understand why people do it. People just sitting caps on their heads. Like, people are just, you know, they're not even pulled down. They're just like kind of balanced on top. Like, why would, yeah, don't do that. You know, that's what I mean, you know? You don't need to follow everybody else just because they're not wearing their hats correctly. Yeah. The last question for this video is going to be, if you could be a Star Trek race, which one would you be? Now, so I'm actually getting invaded by the sun slowly. Which race would I be? Now, this question is quite a interesting one because there's quite a few that would be really interesting to be. I would like to think, I'd probably just still want to be human. I mean, there's so many amazing races, or, you know, just I don't know, it's so hard to decide. I think I'm really happy being a human. I like to think that, I noticed in some pictures, it's funny, that sometimes if I pull the angry eyebrows, because you know how like Vulcans and Romulans, they always look angry because their eyebrows, when I pull this face, I get like these extra lines, like pulling up here, like when my muscles like dimple, and so I've decided that if I was going to be any Star Trek character, it would probably have to be a Romulan. Just because I already got the little dimples going, I wouldn't need like the special effects makeup or anything like that. Yes. So that is it, people. Don't know what else to say, but if you've got any more questions, yeah, just send me and ask. Right. Goodbye, beautiful people.